As the sun shines in the morning, pushes away all the darkness, the light of Waliullah enters your heart and pushes away all the darknesses that's in there. So we are sitting here for what? For that Noor to enter our heart. It doesn't matter what we are saying, as Mawlana Shaykh Nazim mentioned it in so many suhbas. It doesn't matter, as long as your kalam, as long as your speech is zikrullah and zikr Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and if you are mentioning their names and trying to find what they have said, kalamul awliya, what awliyaullah have said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make that Noor enters your heart. And that's why we're sitting here. We're not sitting here, mashallah, to become saints. That is ata from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is a grant from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If He will give you, name is Ar-Rafi'. Ever heard of 99 holy names? Ar-Rutab. The one that from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to elevate you. If there's no permission from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to elevate you, you cannot reach. No matter how much you jump, how high you jump. You can be the best jumper of Kenya or Africa or Asia. If I remember the verse correctly, asking that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honors us by lifting us up to the level of shuyukh. Speak, speak, speak. You can be Nabi and speak, and still people don't believe in you. You can be a prophet. You can be a heavenly man. You can be a holy man, a saintly, divinely Nabi. If there's no permission, they will not believe you. Nabiullah Nuh alayhi salam, as we said before, he spent 900 plus years with his people. 950 years with his people. Only believed in him 80. 80. So that is one every 10 years. Every 10 years. If you can divide 900 by 80, 12 or 30. So it's not by the speaking. It's not by the speech. Astaghfirullah. Again, I read it somewhere in Maulana's Suhbas. I think maybe this book or the volume before. Anbiya'ullah complained to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The prophets and messengers complained. He said, Ya Rabbi, what is this? We invite them to your way, we invite them to your way. All we get is beating and cursing and shoving and pushing away and negative words. What do we do? He says, continue. What is the hikmah? Mawlana Shaykh Nazim has revealed it. First time I heard it from him. I don't read it anywhere. He said the hikmah, the reason that Anbiya'ullah are among people, among servants, inviting people, is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them Nour. That's what you were saying. Waliullah will send His Nour to your heart. Anbiya'ullah, their Nour is in their eyes. He said, and إِذَا نَظَرَ عَلَيْكَ النَّبِي تَسْعَدْ, as I read it in Arabic. If the Nabi puts nazar on you, you will be happy. You will have eternal happiness. So he said the Noor that is in their eyes, Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is saying, Noor al-Nubuwat, the Noor of prophecy in their eyes, when they lay sight on anyone, that Noor engulfs them. Hisham or Mawlana Shaykh Nazim, they go around. To keep that Noor from being released. On the Day of Judgment, that Noor will be released, and whatever it encircles, it will just pick them all up as is and put them in Jannah. Noor of Waliullah, Noor of Awliyaullah. So Anbiya'ullah have Noor. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Alayka al-balagh. You deliver the message. Go out. Look at people. Talk to people. Let them hear you. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will save them with the Noor al-Nubuwah, with that Noor. Waliullah, same. Go out. Talk to people. Call people. Be with people. Why? Your Noor in your eyes will take over and save them. Shah al-Naqshband the same way. And I heard it from Mawlana Sheikh Nazim, and I think Sheikh Tahir saw it firsthand. They took him to Disneyland, or Disney World? Disneyland. You heard that, Sheikh Abdullah? I've seen that.
Yeah.
They took him to Disneyland. He said the tickets are there, the taxi or the limo, whatever, the car is there. He said, Maulana, we have tickets. Said, let's go. He went. He said, the minute I entered Disneyland, all the people left Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Donald and all that stuff. They ran to him. He said, I was stranger than them. Stranger than these mascots. He said, what is, and they objected, how can the Shaykh go to Disneyland? They don't know the wisdom. He said, the wisdom is that my Nour has surrounded everybody that came to me. I have taken them. Waliullah. Waliullah takes in with his Nour all servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why we are always at their door. That's why we are always respecting them and hoping that they look at us, because when they look at you, that Nour that they have will engulf you and take you. That is the whole reason of following Waliullah. Otherwise, we have so many mistakes, so many faults, that if they open to people our mistakes, our faults, they will kick us out. That is the adab of shuyukh. They keep everybody under sitr, under veil. Means they don't unveil their faults, they don't unveil their mistakes. We are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us with them. Inshallah. Take from that Nour. Go find that Nour. If you find that Nour, you are going to be happy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you with the suhbah of Waliullah, with the suhbah of Nabiullah. He will give you for their honor, as He has given Banu Israel. You know, Banu Israel were lost in the desert. How were they fed? How did they were fed and watered and given everything they needed by the barakah of Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam. Because of the company of Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam, they were taken care of. The food and the sweets and everything they needed came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala straight to them. But what happened to Musa and Harun alayhi salam? Because they were in the company of disobedient ones, they had to suffer being in the desert for 40 years. So Waliullah suffers with his people. Nabiullah suffers with his people. But people find relief with Nabiullah. People find happiness with Waliullah. So Waliullah, Nabiullah, they are sacrificed. They are fida lil ummah. They are sacrificed for the servants of Allah. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves them. Because they don't say me, me, me. Musa alayhi salam, what was his fault to be in the desert for 40 years? Harun alayhi salam, to be in the desert for 40 years. You know how they were in the desert? They were supposed to go and fight giants in the Holy Land. They said, oh, Musa, they are giants and they are very bad warriors, very tough warriors. You and your Lord go and fight in Holy Quran. فَقَاتِلًا. We are staying here, you go and fight. Musa alayhi salam said, Ya Rabbi, I don't have except me and my brother. Both of them are ready to fight. And the mu'mins, there were some mu'mins among them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّهَا مُحَرَّمَةٌ عَلَيْهِمْ. It is forbidden for them to enter it. For 40 years they will be lost in the desert. And what was the mistake of Musa alayhi salam to be lost in the desert with them? So when you befriend bad ones, you will taste some of their punishment. When you befriend good ones, you will taste some of the mercy coming on them. So find a good one. Befriend good ones. Suhbatu salihin. The company of good ones. Inshallah, we are with them. We read a little bit from Mawlana Sheikh Nazim's Suhbas. The count of them, 80,000. There are 80,000 from akhlaq al-dhamima, from bad manners, from spiritual illnesses, 80,000 of them. If you have one in your heart, you are considered ill by Awliyaullah. Haqiqatul Iman, true Iman, which is the Nour. That Nour does not enter the heart as long as they are one of these spiritual diseases. When that Nour enters the heart and you are relieved from all the spiritual illnesses, then you are honored to speak with Rasul, with the spirituality, with Ruhaniyah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. First thing happens to you, الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم بالروحانية يجتمع مع ذاك العبد. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam with his spirituality will meet with that servant and will honor him by speaking to him. So when you are a true believer that has rid himself or rid herself from every sickness of the heart, then you are honored by meeting with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam spiritually, not in the dream. Anytime you will be meeting with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the one that is meeting with the spirit of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he will be given from all the hikam, from all the wisdoms and all the treatments that you can treat all the hearts. You can treat all the hearts. Not only the hearts, Grand Shaykh is saying, you can also treat physically. That's why you have so many waliullah. We heard stories that their spit cured leopard. I heard that in Mauritius. There was a Siddiqui, a Shaykh by the name of Siddiq. I forgot his first name. He went there in the 1900s. There were a lot of Hindus back there. So one Hindu woman heard about him and she came. She said, I have this disease. Could you treat me? Nobody is able to treat it. All spots on her skin. He looked at her and he spit on her hand. She thought that he was demeaning her. He was insulting her. She got very upset and she stood up and left. And then she opened her hand and she saw all the stuff went away. She was cured. So that waliullah was meeting with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam spiritually. He was able to treat physical illnesses. At the same time, he's able to treat spiritual illnesses. He's the main sheikh in that country. He has that power. Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is saying, Sayyidina Ibn Abbas radiallahu an, at the end he became blind, but with his dua, he was praying for people and the blind were seeing again. But they are not able to make dua for themselves. Awliyaullah are ones that are submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They cannot make dua for themselves. As Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he never said nafsi, nafsi. He never said myself, myself. But he always said my nation, my nation. And when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam got sick for, it is said 17 days. Some said more than that. But he never acted to take that sickness away. He submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When they cast a spell on him, he never acted with his power to find out where the spell was. He submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam came and told him where the magic was done. So Anbiya'ullah, Awliya'ullah, they don't use that power for themselves. They use it for others. Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is talking about this because Grand Shaykh was at the doctor's office. He said, I was with Grand Shaykh going to the doctor's office, and when we were waiting for the doctor, Mawlana Grand Shaykh, Shaykh Abdullah Daghestani, was speaking about there is a physical illness and a spiritual illness. For the physical illness, human being needs a doctor. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the medicine the same way He has created the illness. You need a doctor to show you your disease and to show you the medicine. And this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made rukhsa, has made license for servants to get medicine. That means if you're sick, you go get medicine. And this is what Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is telling us, what Mawlana Shaykh Abdullah said. He said, Musa alayhi salam, one time he had a very strong headache. All the people of Bani Israel gave him medicines. He said, drink this, use this. And Sayyidina Musa was yarfud, rejecting, refusing. He says, no, no. The more he was refusing, the more his headache was getting worse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibreel alayhi salam. He said, tell my beloved to use the medicine. Otherwise, that disease will not go away. He said, Ya Musa, for you, I will not ubtil hikmati. I will not invalidate my wisdom that I have put in herbs, in medicines, in rocks, in minerals. I have put medicine in all of them, and until you use the medicine, your headache will not go away. Then he used the medicine. So Grand Shaykh was telling us that if you have a physical illness, you find a doctor. If you have a spiritual illness, you find the wali. If you cannot find the wali, you have to go to the one in the middle between physical illness and spiritual illness, and these are the shrinks. They mix and match. Oh, psychiatrist, I'm sorry. That's a lingo. Psychiatrist. You go to the psychiatrist. I had a psychiatric friend. He had a Mercedes back in that time. It's a coupe, Mercedes coupe. And his license plate was, guess what it was? Shrink. He called himself that word. Yeah. Get treatment. Mawlana Shaykh Abdullah Daghestani is saying, there is a group of people, Awliya, they think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-Shafi, al-Mu'afi, al-Kafi. They don't use the medicines, but that's up to them, they have permission. But others, the one that is veiled and cannot see, if he doesn't use or she doesn't use the medicine, then they are responsible in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because he has left his nafs, his body, to halak, to dying. You cannot let your body go to death. Yeah, this is important. This is important because I was confused too. What do? You accept or you reject. Yeah. That's why shaitan comes to you, disturbs you. No, I accept. No. Shaitan is alim. He's very knowledgeable. He tells you, no. You have to have tawakkul. Shaitan comes you from the right. I will come from the right. That means from deen. I will come to them from the way of religion. He knows Islam. He knows Quran. As Mawlana Shaykh Nazim said, he knows everything more than you. He was the teacher of Malaika. And then he comes from the left that we know, but he comes from the deen. No. You have to have tawakkul. What happens if I die? It is qada. It is destined. Yes, it is destined. But Mawlana Shaykh Abdullah is saying there are two destinies. One qada'un mu'allaq, a hung. I don't know what my father used to call it. But the destiny that is hung, it means can be changed. Qada' mu'allaq. It is hung on a reason. If you follow this reason, this qadar, this qada, this destiny will go away. So he said, Marid al-rajul, the man is sick, عند الله مذكور. In front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala it's written that if my servant uses this medicine, he will get cure. If he doesn't use this medicine, he will not find cure. إذا استعمل الدواء يشفى إذا لم يستعمله لا يشفى. If he uses the medicine, it is written that my servant will find cure. So qada al-mu'allaq, the hung destiny, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has hung the life of a servant with the medicine. And then there is another one, qada'un mubram, final. Tadawa am la sayamut. Whether you take the treatment or no, you are going to death. That is qada'un mubram. That does not change. وَلَوْ حُكْمَةُ Luqman. Even if Luqman and his wisdom came to you, that does not change. But what you need to know is that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives permission for the medicine, it will work. If He does not give permission, it won't work, it won't affect you. But in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you are not from Awliyaullah, and none of us, we have reached that, we are all still trying to be with them, you have to not let your body go to death. You have to know how to keep your body going as much as you can, and you have to take care of your health. Because if you don't, your body will weaken, and your ubudiyya, your servanthood to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will fall short. If you get sick, لا لعمل الدنيا ولا لعمل الآخرة تنفع. If you get sick, you will be useless for the work of dunya, you will be useless for the work of akhirah. Alhamdulillah. We have healthy people, they can cut down the trees, alhamdulillah. I don't know if that's amal al-dunya or amal which amal is it, Shaykh? For dunya or for akhirah you cut down the tree?
For my glory.
To be taped and sent all over WhatsApp. Alhamdulillah. So you will be useless for amal. Anything in this dargah is for akhirah, Shaykh. Because you're keeping it, that's upkeep. You're keeping this place going. It's a masjid. So you will be useless for amal al-dunya, for the work of dunya, and you will be useless for amal al-akhirah if you don't take care of your body, if you don't take care of your health, and you have to know how to keep yourself healthy, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is upset with people that misuse their body. How many people misuse their body? So many people misuse this gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. They use it in wrong ways. Like if you have a nice car and you go crash it in the wall, what happens? You ruin it. Nowadays, so many human beings are taking this body and using it in ways that it's not supposed to be used. They're ruining it. لذا أقدس العلوم, the most precious of knowledge is how to keep your body healthy, to continue your wajib, to continue your obligation. Wajib is less than obligation, but to continue your duty of servanthood to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all want to be servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So find health. Go to the doctor, physical doctor, and go to the spiritual doctor. If you don't have Waliullah that has Nour in his heart, that is speaking to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and receiving wisdoms from him, how to treat you, you will be full with all the waswasas of shaitan and all the misery of this world. But if you go to Waliullah and he's giving you instructions and light into your heart, you will be the happiest of them all. Try it. Try to find Waliullah. Waliullah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us with them.
Ameen.
Inshallah, we can continue tomorrow. I think it's enough, Shaykh. Yesterday I was 10 minutes late for iftar because this clock was wrong. So today I fixed it.
Is it good?
I think it's good. I put it forward too.
Okay.
So we can get the...
It's wrong.
Yeah. Still wrong. 7:51.
Oh my gosh, 30 minutes off.
Sheikh, why? You don't have batteries in this place?
Might be just a bad clock.
Astaghfirullah al-azim.
Is that better?
That's much better, Sheikh. Alhamdulillah.
How about like that? Hey, how about that?
Just stand there and turn the handle.
Alhamdulillah.
Get started, everybody.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your iftar.
Love
May
you.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you happy here and hereafter. بحرمة الحبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم وبحرمة الفاتحة.